nothing without you and your views. Let's welcome some of our great British voices, their opportunity to be on the show and tell us what they really think about the topics we're discussing. I've got, how many of you? I've got 4 of you today, 3 of you even. I'm going to start with you, Julie Ford. What do you think then? Is Keir right to U-turn on this policy that says that he's going to ban fire and rehire and ban 0 hours contracts?
I don't think he's right to U-turn, no. I mean, it's about time we had politicians that actually stuck to the things that they said they were going to do. We haven't yet had somebody in charge of the country that's actually managed to do that. We've seen it only just recently with the Tories and the Renters Reform Bill. We've just had, 200 amendments to that, so it no longer looks like it used to. But I agree with what Danny said.
But that's a good thing, isn't it? I mean, it was a pretty dodgy bill, wasn't it?
Oh, that's a whole different subject.
Yeah, but if he's U-turning on something that's bad, is that not a good thing?
No, absolutely. And any bill that goes through Parliament or any policy has to be balanced for the people that it's going to either protect or support. And I think that's the thing with politicians. They have these great ideas, these manifestos. But when the civil servants actually get down to writing these policies and writing those bills, that's when it starts to be a work in progress. And we need to see it being more balanced. Sometimes these things won't work. It was a great idea on the back of an envelope, but in process it won't work for the people. But
let me get to Alan Cook. I hear what you're saying. Alan Cook, your turn. Alan, what do you think?
Hi there, Nana. Well, quickly, I'd just like to say thank you to the 27,603 people that voted for me yesterday in the London Assembly from the boroughs of Bexley and Bromley. So thank you for that. But Keir Starmer and the Labour Party, well, I'll let you into a secret. The unions and the hard left have a time machine. And the trouble is it's broken. It'll only take you back to 1970. And that's it. And this is pretty much what they will do. Your guest just mentioned one of the car factories. The British Leyland factory, they used to take sleeping bags into work with them, and they used to sleep there. They couldn't fire them. And, that is, if we go down that route again, then it will destroy the economy even more than it's being destroyed at the moment.
Well, we've seen what's happened over the last year or so. So I'm going to have to move on. I'm going to have to go to Lee Webb. Lee.
You know what? I'm totally against 0 hour contracts anyhow, because it gives me flexibility when I teach my classes. So I teach a number of classes per week. It gives me flexibility, and it also gives my company flexibility that I work for, because they can get rid of me if I'm not performing.
So hang on, you said you're totally against them.
What Labour need to do, if they're against 0 hour contracts, they need to put that in the manifesto and they need to stick with it. And that's what I'm getting confused with a lot of these parties, that they have a manifesto. In 2019, when we had the last election, I think it was, we're not stuck to the manifesto.
Well, that's what Julie was saying. Ultimately, if they're going to tell you they're going to do something, stick to it so we know what we're voting for. Otherwise, if you keep just reversing things, then nobody knows what they're up to. And that has been why Sir Keir Starmer got himself the name as Flip-Flop. Thank you very much to Julie Ford there in Bedfordshire, Alan Cook in London and Lee Webb in Bedfordshire. Thank you so much.